What to do if your family or your parents don't support your vision? Stay tuned because I'm going to let you know right now. Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Noah back again with another video. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I help people awaken to their true abilities through wellness and spirituality. And you guys like the avocado shirt? This is like probably one of my favorite shirts, to be honest. I'm a huge avocado fan. They're one of my favorite fruits. But anyways, this video is going to be about a pretty important topic. I was on live like last night, and somebody asked me, or they didn't ask me, but they were telling me about their situation, and they said that I feel stuck because my parents don't really support what I want to do in life. And he was kind of confused as to what he even wants to do because he doesn't want to upset his parents, you know what I mean? And I completely get that, you know what I mean? This is a very common case actually within family. A lot of the times our family members are, we are programmed at birth, but so is our family members, you know what I mean? And a lot of the times they want you to do what they want, you know what I mean? They want the best for you, but that's not necessarily what you want to do, you know what I mean? And so sometimes it can be conflicting. Like my mom, she wanted me in college, and I didn't really want to go to college, you know what I mean? I kind of just went just because, it was like the next step, and I didn't really know what I wanted to do. So I thought college would help me find out what I wanted to do in life. And it ended up being like that. It didn't. I enjoyed my time while I was there, but it didn't really help me out in terms of what I wanted to do with my career, and I think the very first thing that you want to do is really find out what it is you want to do, you know what I mean? And it doesn't have to be perfect, right? Sometimes our hobbies change, sometimes our careers change, but find something that you enjoy doing that really makes you feel good, and because there's always something that can, you can always profit from something that you enjoy doing, you know what I mean? Leverage your social media. It's, social media is a huge advantage for us nowadays because it makes it to where we have multiple different sources where people can find us, and so whether you want to paint, whether you want to be an artist, you know what I mean? Post your paintings online, you know what I mean? Post your music, right? Even if you just like music, you can post it on your social media. If you want to, whatever you want to do, you can leverage your social media through that, what it is you want to do. And in terms of, family, oftentimes it can be difficult, right? Like I said, because you don't want to upset your parents, but at the end of the day, you don't want to do what they suggest for you to do. And this goes back to just being programmed, you know what I mean, through birth. And they want to live a life that they want through you, you know what I mean? They want to live the life that they wanted to choose through you, but in reality, that's not your life. And so I think it's important to, to just realize what it is you want to do. And then once you have that, then you know what it is you want to do. So it's like you kind of have to just go for it. That's the best advice that I could give for if your family members don't support what you're doing. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what they think, right? Because it's not their life, it's yours, and even though they birthed you into this life, they don't have full control over your life. They have control over what you do in their house, you know what I mean? They have control over some of the boundaries that they set within the household, which is respectable, which you should respect. But at the end of the day, they're not able to control your life, because you have to think about it. What's going to go on if you do what they want to in 10 or 20 years? And you just, you just live a life based off of what they wanted to do. then you're not, you're going to be upset. You're not going to be happy. And so I think it's important to ask yourself, do you deserve happiness? And the answer is always yes. It should always be yes. Oftentimes when our family doesn't support us, it's because they failed to do what they wanted to when they were when they were kids, you know what I mean? Or they think that they think that they know what's best for you because that's how kind of it was when they were when they were young, and in reality, it's just different. Life's completely different now. Like I said, social media is super easy to get noticed on nowadays. The key is just being consistent, right? I would say that if you find something that you enjoy doing, take 30 minutes to an hour every single day just doing something towards what you want to do. Just work on your goals. Be that person who you want to be. If you want to end up becoming a famous musician, you can always, work towards writing a song every single day. Work towards posting as much as you can on social media every single day. You know what I mean? I was working my 9 to 5 at this one restaurant that I used to work at. And I would still, even while I was working, I would still post a video every single day before I went to work. And you just have to ultimately decide who you want to be. You have to choose your identity, you know what I mean? Because identity doesn't really mean anything in reality. But, in terms of your career, you should take steps towards choosing what you want to be. Because in this life, you can be whatever you want. And being free is our birthright, right? Living the life of our dreams, that is what we are here to do. You know what I mean? That's what we are born to do. And that's why I'm so grateful to live in this time. You know what I mean? Our ancestors they were treated, a lot worse than we are now. And so I think you just have to go for it. You know what I mean? Sometimes, and it's not going to be easy. Your family members aren't going to support you, but that's okay. You know what I mean? They'll come around later on in life. When you are doing what you love and they see that you're very happy, they'll more than likely support you at the end of the day. It's just the tough thing about it is just being honest with them. But once you can get past that and once you can start to work towards your goals, then I think they'll end up supporting you at the end of the day. And if they don't, you know what I mean? That really sucks. That's really unfortunate. But sometimes just because our family members in our blood doesn't mean that they're our true family if they don't support us. You know what I mean? And so that's kind of the sad reality of it. But you just have to realize that there's family all around you. And just because, and a lot of the times our blood family isn't most of our family. You know what I mean? There's a lot of our family members aren't actually blood related to us. It's called a soul connection. Sometimes you just will see someone, you'll meet someone, and you feel like you've kind of known them before. You know what I mean? That's family right there. And so we just have to realize that it's not going to be comfortable, but it's something that you have to do, because it's you get to decide your happiness. You know what I mean? You get to decide what you want to do, not them. They get to decide where you sleep, where what you eat. They get to decide, where you stay, but they don't get to decide what you do in life, because that's your choice. And so I would just say to just, find something that you can do every single day to work more and more towards what you want to do and start to become that identity. You know what I mean? Start to shift your identity. And if you're having trouble finding out what it is you want to do, practice stillness. You know what I mean? Meditation's been a huge part of me really understanding what it is I want to do, because you start to learn more and more about yourself through just calming your mind down. And you just start to really get clear on your vision, because your thoughts aren't clouded with just a lot of random stuff. You know what I mean? And this can be a way to help you decide what you want to do. And, you know, and if you're still, you know, if you still need help, you know, YouTube's been a great help for me. You know what I mean? There's been a lot of YouTube channels that I've watched who have helped me along my journey. I'll recommend a few for you guys right now. Aaron Dowdy, he's been a huge help for me. Mark Houghton, he does like quantum physics and law of attraction. As well as Bob Proctor has been a really good help for me, as well as Ralph Smart. And so those four people have been a really huge help along my journey. And I think that they'll help you guys out as well. And, you know, I just want to end with this. You know, it's not going to be comfortable when you actually decide what you want to do, but you kind of just have to take risks. You know what I mean? That's kind of what life is about. And everything is temporary. You know, just because you're going to be in an uncomfortable situation now doesn't mean that that'll dictate your life moving forward. And so just, you know, start to become who you want to be right now, and just decide that that's who you want to be. And when you decide that and you start taking action towards becoming that identity, then, you know, your life will start to change dramatically. And it has for me. I'm living my life every single day. I'm living my purpose, my passion every single day. And I'm living my dream life, you know what I mean? Doing what I love. And so with that being said, guys, I hope you guys have a wonderful afternoon, morning, or night, wherever you're at. Feel free to hit me up on social media. It's going to be down here. It should be. And with that being said, guys, have a wonderful afternoon, morning, or night, wherever you're at. And peace, love, and happiness, my friends. Mwah.